Well, I thought we took some great strides in moving forward in terms of our procedure, our tempo offensively. We were able to run the football offensively, which was great. I thought we had some individuals step up and make some plays. I saw improvement in our quarterback position in general. Uh, Defensively, we have to be able to stop the run. We're not a physical football team by any nature right now, and so that's why today was a demanding practice, like they all are. But we must get much more tougher and much more physical in our football team, and everything is about a clarity of purpose, of what we're doing. Everyone taking accountability, being accountable for their own self-determination. And right now, with such a young football team, we're building kids, we're building young men, we're building a work capacity. And right now, I see our work capacity starting to increase. We couldn't get through an entire practice the way we practiced when spring started. Now we're getting through and finishing an entire practice, but we have a long way to go. But, I see some individuals stepping up, and I see some individuals kind of tapering off. And like we told our football team, is everyone's responsible for creating their own identity. And, we'll have a great assessment of where we're at after the orange and white game. And then we welcome 18 newcomers here in June, and every position will be up for grabs again.
Just how important is this for the guys that are tapering off to really take advantage of these last, I guess, 4, 5, 6 practices before those new guys?
It's critical. Everything is about, how you finish. And again, they're putting their resume on film, but they're also putting their resume on the mental effort and intensity that it takes day in and day out in our football program, in our culture, and so it's the way you take notes, it's the way you go to class, it's everything, it's the total package. And you know what, for the most part, this football team has done a pretty good job with that. We're just so young. Every day is a teaching opportunity, and we expected this, when we started practice 1.
With your running backs, how important is it that you guys have a semblance of diversity there? You have Hurd, a bigger back, you have Marlon, and then Devon. It seems like they have a nice mix of different skills.
Well, you're exactly right. It's big that we play complementary football, especially at the running back position. Everyone has a different skill set. And now it's our job as coaches to put them in positions where they can take advantage and use their individual skill sets to our advantage as a football team. And, each one brings a different dynamic to it. And then, we welcome 2 more running backs come June, so we're excited about that position. And, Marlon Lane has been a model of consistency. He's playing right now. He's focused like a senior should in our football program.
We asked Kurt whether he considered himself a linebacker or a defensive end now, and he said both. But for you, is there a point when you start to think of him more as a defensive end than a linebacker just because of the amount of snaps he's playing there?
Right. Well, we're playing him in a number of those spots in positions, especially down, is because of repetitions. We want him to continue to learn. And, the Leo position is a hybrid outside linebacker, so he has to be able to do both in terms of rushing the passer, dropping in coverage, playing a tight end man-to-man. So we're going to ask a lot out of him, but, right now we're needing him to put his hand down just so he can get used. He's played linebacker as long as he's been 6, 7 years old. So, we want to make sure that he knows, how to rush the passer, his fits, points on the quarterback when he rushes the passer. How do you drop from a 3-point? All the different things. So we're trying to force feed him as much as possible right now. He has a lot of volume going on right now in terms of scheme that we're asking of him.
Butch, how different is your run defense, you think, without A.J. in there? I know A.J.'s been held out of scrimmage by a coach's choice. How different do you think that changed you, or when you watch it on tape, is it more other things?
Well, I think it's everything compounded. First of all, one of A.J.'s attributes or strengths is his instincts. All great linebackers have instincts to get to the football. He's played a lot of football here. He understands blocking schemes. He understands how to read the pull of an offensive lineman. He understands their stances. So he understands the mental side of the game where, you take him out of the mix at linebacker. We're extremely young. You have Jalen Reeves-Maben, who's never played linebacker before. He's played safety and running back. And then, we'll welcome some individuals when they get here in June. So, when you take him out of the mix, we really miss his explosiveness, his instincts, and just the overall communication as well.
Tempo on offense, you said it was better. How close are you to where you want to play speed-wise, or being able to control tempo better?
Well, the big thing is not control tempo. We want to dictate tempo. And we're not dictating the tempo like we want to right now. But we've made improvement. I would say probably a B minus, where it was a D minus after the first scrimmage. And so we've made progress. And everything goes into dictating the tempo. It's having confidence in your style of play. It's being in football shape. It's the mental conditioning, the snap and clear, and to play fast. And usually when you're young, you have so much going on in your mind of getting this, getting the call, lining up, playing fast, but also defensively, there's an art to dictating the tempo as well. And again, it comes with confidence in your style of play, being in shape and being able to manage and do 2 or 3 things at once. And right now we're not at that level yet.
You talked about all the youth on the team, the fact a bunch of newcomers going to have to play because you don't have a choice. Have you ever, in your coaching career, had a team this kind of youth relying this much on newcomers? It's just going to be the first for you?
Well, one year at Cincinnati, I believe we had 11 seniors. And so this year we have 13. But I don't think I've ever been a part of a program where you have to rely on so many newcomers at 1 or 2 particular positions. Usually your newcomers that are playing are, a couple at one position, a couple at this position, a couple at that position, where there's no secret. They're going to have to play at linebacker. They're going to definitely have to play at the defensive line. And, in the offensive line, in any conference, then you throw in being the SEC, which is an unforgiving conference up front. When you have true freshmen having to play in your offensive line and defensive line, that makes for many challenges that it's going to present. But it's also a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to attract the best of the best in the country in recruiting, because you're going to have an opportunity to play early at Tennessee at those positions. But it's a great challenge. But we knew that coming here, and that's part of building our football program. And I don't have a lot of patience, but we're going to have patience, and there's going to be growing pains that go through it, because especially in the offensive line, that's a developmental position. And it's where we're at in the program. You can't hide it. It is what it is. But I'm encouraged by the youthfulness, their eagerness, and the talent that we have and the talent that we have coming in. So I'm encouraged by it, but I just know every rep is at a premium in terms of coaching and learning from it.
Particularly at left tackle, how do you feel about that competition at this point with, former walk-on,
Right.
The newcomer? Are you comfortable with what you have there?
Well, obviously, we'd like to have more competition and more competition across the board, and we're extremely thin up front. I mean, again, we have to do a great job of developing that. I think our players are doing a very good job of it. But, you're trying to cram, and everyone thinks you have 15 practices, but really, you really only have probably 11 practices in spring to really develop a mentality of a football team. And then 50% of your players have never been here before. So, in terms of going through a spring. So that's why, the intensity, everything that we do, it's clarity of purpose. It's them understanding why we're doing things. It's every moment's a teaching opportunity. But we have to live toughness every day. You can't be soft and expect to be tough on game day. So that's why we've done a lot of the drills that we've done.
What do you need to see out of your quarterbacks the last 2 weeks?
What do I need to see?
What would you like to see out of your quarterbacks?
Just continual growth and development, the overall maturation process, taking care of the football, managing the game situations, situational football, being able to distribute the football, in playing instincts, being able to create plays. That's one of the big things about the quarterback position, is creating plays, when there's nothing there. And creating a play may be throwing the ball away and not taking a sack. In managing situational football, managing our offense, but really taking care of the football, really having a complete and total grasp of the offense and what we're trying to accomplish.
Have you ever started a walk-on offensive line before in your career?
I have in a couple big games, and Don Mahoney does a tremendous job with our offensive front. And it's all 5 of those individuals playing together collectively as one unit. And so much too is the running backs and the tight ends that go into that as well. But we would force, Eric Fisher is a great illustration. We won a championship with him playing tackle as a true freshman. So we've had to play some true freshmen in the past.
Coach, with what's going on in Northwest, any opinion or thoughts at this
You know, I pretty much know what everyone else sees on TV, but to be quite frank with you, I've been so consumed with Tennessee football, I really haven't had the opportunity to really sit down and roll our sleeves up. You know, we did a joint clinic with a number of schools here at Tennessee, and one of the schools was Northwestern, and had a chance to visit with a number of their coaches and speak about it. But I really haven't formed an opinion just because I've been so consumed with really trying to make our football team better.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.